Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum, good morning. This is a surprise to me. I didn't expect to be called. But in some ways, it might be better. I've been hearing about people talk about the 70 years of India, and the rest of you cheering every time the news arrives that India became independent on August 15th, 1947. I think therein lies the essential problem of India. India didn't become independent. India became amputated on August 15th, 1947. And India, without Sindh and Sindhu and Lahore and Nankana and Multan and Rawalpindi, is not India. An India in which the Indus and the delta of the Ganges and Brahmaputra are not your part is not India. For those who say India's story is yet to be completed, but have forsaken Bacha Khan to the wolves of the Muslim League, you have to pay for it, my dear friends. You abandoned one of the greatest fighters of the Indian freedom movement and said, well, hamare paas to hai Maulana Azad, aap le jaiye Bacha Khan ko. Didn't you? Didn't he say, Giidron ke hawale kar diya? And that's your independence? No, my brothers and sisters, that's the cross you carry as long as you live, as long as there is Pakistan. That's the cross you will carry for the 10 million who died in 47, the 3 million who died in Bangladesh, and the hundreds who die every day in a Balochistan that was offered on a plate to Jawaharlal Nehru and Maulana Azad, but they said, "Wahan to koi Urdu hi nahi bolta. Ye kaise Musalman hai? Na achkan pehante, na chudidar pajama." And you sent those people who voted in Delhi, UP, CP, Bihar, Madras to break up this country and sent it to us in Sindh for them to ban the Sindhi language. And your national anthem has Sindh, but you think it is a suburb in Bombay. As long as there is no Sindh in Hind, there is no Hindustan. Ye yaad rakhiye. But you also have to think, how did you get manipulated, not you, your parents, into believing that Ram ke bete ka shehar aapke paas nahi ho to kya ho? Kya farak padta hai? बड़े होके इंजीनियर तो बन सकते हैं, ग्रीन कार्ड तो मिलेगा, H1 वीजा तो मिलेगा, बाहर में जाए हिंदुस्तान. Who gives a damn that same Ravi river, the same Kesh, the same Kasur, the same Lahore does not speak Punjabi anymore, speaks an Urdu that makes people quiver. It is so bad. A people who can't speak any language in any form at any place. But they do come as your enemy, as Aman ki Asha. But your friend Bangladesh has no Aman ki Asha. You like the Taimurs that came and plundered you. You don't like the short, dark-skinned guys who are your closest friends in the international arena. Ye kaun aapse baat karega? You talk of democracy. There is no democracy without individual liberty. At the center of a nation-state's democracy is that 15-year-old girl who falls in love with a 16-year-old boy or someone of her own age and is permitted to fall in love and not be brought forward in front of a family kacheri or someone to be beaten up for the crime of falling in love. That individual liberty, when you get it, then we'll talk about democracy. Because without that individual liberty, you are a collective tribe. Tribes and races don't have countries. Tribes have tribes. You want to rise to a nation state that has a place on the UN Security Council? For goodness sake, you'll have to look across the border and cry every time a Baloch is thrown off a helicopter by the evil Pakistan army and say, that Baloch is an Indian and he's dying at the cost of these guys who created the first Islamic state. ISIS was not created in Iraq. ISIS was created in Mumbai and in the homes of the Nawabs of UP and Bihar and Bengal, who said that हम हिंदुस्तान को काट के रहेंगे और अलग बनाएंगे एक इस्लामी जमहूरियत. और अब तक तो सब बैठे थे कि दोस्ती हो जाए, प्याज आ जाए, टमाटर सस्ता आ जाए. पाकिस्तान आर्मी का सीमेंट इज कमिंग टू इंडिया. Thank God you have a prime minister with the backbone of porous. But then you have cities named after Sikandar. You, my dear friends, call your holiest city. I'm talking about the Hindus of India. And Hindu is not a four-letter word. The Hindus have named their most religious, pious city as Allahabad. Allahabad. But you don't have the guts to ask the question to the mullahs of India, when will you call your sons Ashok and your daughters Nirmala? अगर हिंदुस्तानी हैं हम, तो वो लोग जो कहते हैं कि आप तो साहब पाकिस्तान में पैदा हुए थे, यू आर नॉट एन इंडियन, आप इटली में पैदा होते तो शायद इंडियन होते. ये मैंने नहीं कहा. My grandmother was French. My grandfather fought in the Indian and the French armies in the First World War. Ratan Tata is an Indian. Daudi Boras are an Indian. Where's my wife? She's there. उन लोगों को मिस्र से आके पनाह मिली हिंदुस्तान में. जब Saladin, the guys that every Indian Muslim feels proud, he massacred every Shia in Egypt in the 9th century. Where did they come and find solace? Not even in Yemen where they escaped. They came to Gujarat where they still live. They are Indians, not the ones who say कि Muslim personal law के बगैर तो हिंदुस्तान में एक अजाब आ जाएगा. Anyone who says that is an agent of Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. If these people who say that Tarek Fatah is not an Indian, I am an Indian because I'm Sayyid such and such, Rizvi Siddiqui Naqvi. My message to you is, go, take your daughter, get her divorced the next day of a wedding, and then we'll talk about triple talaq. घर में बात करो, बेटी के लिए triple talaq नहीं, बहू के लिए. And all the feminists sitting down on the left, which unfortunately I belong to, are sitting there making allies with the people who do not have India's interests at heart. India is a civilization with at least 5,000 years. The Mohenjo-daro excavations have not yet produced a single article or element of war, not even a sword. We are children of that civilization. We are from Taxila. We are from Harappa. Our children are Buddha and Dalai Lama and Bulle Shah and Guru Nanak. But do we practice that? So I'll conclude by suggesting to you, friends, that truth is very bitter, बड़ी कड़वी चीज होती है. और झूठ की जो लज्जत है वो वैसी है जैसे उर्दू ज़बान का शेर होता है. You can always come and confront it. Say, मीर साहब ने ये कहा, गालिब ने ये कहा. I want to know, what the hell do you say? I've never heard a Tamil speaker say, let me interrupt my speech and quote you from a Tamil. No. This has become the legacy of colonial imperialism on the languages of the northwest frontier province and the northern areas of India, that in Balochistan today you are teaching Arabic. You are banning Sindhi and imposing Uttar Pradesh's Urdu on to the people of Sindh. The very people who gave Prophet Muhammad's family, Raja Dahir's sons and daughters today are not allowed to speak Sindhi. The same Bengal, where there's a delta, the Sundarbans, the Bengal tiger, you imposed Urdu on them? You came from some Awadh Nawab's mahal from Lucknow and imposed Urdu on Sayyid Sohrawardi? And then your fellow guys in India said, we don't want to concern with this. No, take it out of the subject. Every invader of this country has a city named after it. Can you imagine Poland with a city named after Hitler? Why do I have to see Lodi? I'll take it a bit further. Aurangzeb Road changing over is just a symbol. But why in the hell do I have to see Lodi colony and below it written Ashoka Gate? Ashoka Gate under Lodi? Ashoka is Ashoka and Lodi is a murderer. And I do not expect non-Muslims to take this fight, but I expect Muslims to be ashamed of the fact that they live in India and they consider Babur to be a hero and a king. Babur was not born in India, he was born in Uzbekistan. Babur hated Indians, Babur died in Afghanistan. Babur was not an Indian. The day you will say that with confidence and without rancor, without hatred, you will change the face of this country. As long as Babur is in your syllabus as an Indian, you will remain in stunted growth forever. And no matter how many people come and tell you, this is the future, this is that, it's not going to happen till you pull up your straps, get up, and stand up, and take ownership of the Mahabharata, which was produced in Punjab, and look into this Urduized lie, Ganga Jamna ki Tehzeeb. No! We are from the Indus. Indus is India. Sindhu is India. Urdu is maybe a byproduct of India written in a script that was used to bloody traumatize us for 800 years. हमने किसी को वीजा दिया था कि Mahmud of Ghaznavi is a hero or Muhammad bin Qasim came here? Our crime was that we allowed Prophet Muhammad's family to live in peace by a Hindu king called Raja Dahir, and another Hindu Raja who gave his land in Kerala to form the world's first mosque. And do you know of a single Muslim leader who has gone to Cheraman Mosque to pay ziyarat over there? Where does he or she go? Quwwat al-Islam Mosque. Why? 26 Jain temples ko tod ke bana tha ye. And you tolerate that? Would Israel tolerate Hitler? So, in conclusion, all I will say, I've got a minute to say, we have miles to go, as some great English poet said. And don't expect results. It is your Hindu teachings that say, you do not have the right to expect anything. Your right is to do the right thing, speak the truth, and expect nothing in return. And inshallah, when you do that, you will see India rise. Like in the 17th century, we had 80% of the world GDP. In the year 2100, you can achieve that, but you will have to break down the barriers that Dalai Lama spoke of yesterday. No Muslim personal law, universal civil code, equality of men and women, no caste, nothing. Everybody say, my caste is Dalit. That's the day you will conquer the world. Jai Hind.